speech was coffee effects or how coffee affects your DNA. And this was speech number 2 for you, which is not too far in the manual, but I thought you did a fantastic job. You used so many of the elements that you learned from the first speech, but you've also picked up, I think, some things from other people's speaking styles and that type of thing. So the speech 2 is organizing your speech. I thought you did a great job with that. You had a good introduction that caught our attention. You had pros and cons of drinking coffee, DNA. You had some great statistics in there, which I tried to write down and then I didn't quite get all those. But you also added a conclusion at the end, which the conclusion was we have no conclusion, basically, right? That we don't know what coffee does. Some of the great things that you had during your speech is you concentrated on one topic, kind of like an espresso, right? You didn't dilute it and make it into some kind of latte. But I thought you did a great job with that. You had good hand gestures, which you were able to kind of speak with your hands, and I think that's one that's coming up, maybe 3 or 4, where you speak with your hands. So I think you'll nail that one as well. And you had fantastic use of pauses. I think because English is your second language, you do a very good job of thinking about what your next word is going to be, and you don't add in a lot of filler. So we can all take some advice or kind of follow along with that. You had, like I said, some great statistics, and you had a phrase in there, and I don't know if I have it exactly right, but it's the magic power of, I thought you said the berries, because coffees are little berries, but I think maybe you said magic power of the beverage. But either way, they both work. As far as improvements, you asked me to tell you if you could be a little bit louder. I think you could still be a little bit loud. Your voice is just a little bit quieter. But you could, but I think it was louder than your last speech. But I think if you got a lot louder, you might be sounding like you're yelling. You just have a little bit quieter voice, so maybe even walking around a little bit more, people can hear. But I thought you improved that from the last time. One thing, eye contact. I think, again, sometimes we're looking down because we're thinking of what that next word is going to be. And you, again, as English as your second language, you probably, I can't even imagine how difficult that is, but you're probably thinking of 2 words or, the English version and that type of thing. So I think as you get more comfortable with it, just continue to keep that eye contact, improve that, and look around the room. You could add a prop. Now that's, I think, a little bit further down in there as well, but you could have had a cup of coffee. You could have, held it for the positives. You could have set it down for the negatives. You could maybe turned it a little bit, like had a plus or a, big X on one side, or changed hands. Just anything to add a little bit of, this is a positive, this is a negative. And that might be further down as well, but overall, I think you did a fantastic job. It was a great speech too. It was very organized, and I look forward to your next speeches.